Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Luke Norris. Luke Norris founded Faction under the name Elementech in 2006 and has been the driving force behind Faction's expansion from a hosted private cloud provider to a leader in multi-cloud services. In 2019, Luke's role transitioned from CEO to Executive Chairman and Chief Strategy Officer. He is focused on driving Faction's vision and innovation with an emphasis on Faction's key partnerships and technology portfolio. Prior to Faction, Luke was the manager of the Integrated Operations Center at SunGard Availability Services, where he was responsible for the operations of over 5 million square foot of data center space worldwide. Before joining SunGard, he was a senior security officer for Kroll Factual Data and chaired the Mortgage Information Standards Maintenance Organization Security Group. Well, good afternoon, Luke. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
You bet, Luke. I appreciate this. I do podcasts all the time, and it's an opportunity to actually meet somebody, albeit virtually, but I do get to traverse the globe, and it's just so great to meet you today. So thank you again. And Luke, we're jumping right into these questions. You've got quite the career in tech as a technology executive, serial entrepreneur, and now the founder and executive chairman for Faction. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
I'd say the secret to my career growth is always saying yes. I'm up for any challenge. Everything that was thrown in front of me, the inclination was always to say yes and figure it out later. Aspiration, I really like taking a vision and seeing it through to execution. I think in this world, that's such a rare thing. And it's something that actually gets me out of bed every morning. The ability to have this vision, an idea, a concept that you're passionate about, and then actually seeing it being implemented by Fortune 500 and Global 2000 companies, it really jazzes me up, to say the least.
That's awesome. And I appreciate that because, a lot of us, we talk about this a lot on the show, is that inspiration is something that you're chasing, whether it's a dream, whether it's a new business, the excitement, you're trying to solve the world's problem, help a neighbor, help a friend. So I appreciate that. And so, Luke, we're going to talk about the pandemic just a little bit here, and hopefully we'll get out of this pandemic forever, right? But what was the single biggest business decision you had to make during that first year of the lockdown, and how different is your business strategy now?
Yeah, up front, we looked at the changing landscape and to some extent overreacted, but we thought that was appropriate at the time. We did a mass cut on salary. So executives took a 35% pay cut and froze all salary increases and expenses down below. That allowed us to then look at the landscape unfold. And it was, like I said, a little drastic at the time, but definitely I think was appropriate for a growth stage company like ours. Overall, I think COVID's changed our industry for the better. Organizations are moving towards their digital transformation much faster. I think we got about 10 years consolidated into 2 there. So now it's really, how do we keep up with that? How do we actually move forward with these larger organizations that are making these changes, moving towards digital transformation, fully digitizing legacy businesses? And honestly, I think the biggest implementation has been the sales change. We're able to do so much more of our sales now over Zoom, presentation, proof of concepts, proof of values, and really move customers forward versus sort of the slap on the back legacy sales mentality.
I love that. In fact, we talked about this podcast is about 2 years old. And so we saw a lot of innovation happen. Like you said, we crammed quite a bit in just a short period of time. And I think that was really the silver lining that came out of the pandemic. So thank you for sharing that. And Luke, you're obviously leveraging some new and emerging technologies within your tech stack. And this is what kind of gets me juiced here. Is there anything you might be able to share with us today?
Yeah, one of the greatest things we're able to do is take a single copy of storage presented to Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and the other major public clouds. That allows our customers to feature, function, arbitrage, the costs, everything that's around that multi-cloud landscape. We've also actually made it so that you combine all those clouds together and build the largest on-demand supercomputers. We're seeing some of the global genomics companies even building COVID research and COVID therapeutics, able to turn on tens of thousands of resources across all those public clouds, literally on-demand supercomputers, and shut them back down. It's really changing the landscape and the way that people are looking at technology on demand, and actually technology for business outcomes. If you could actually move a business outcome, say 9x faster for the same cost, or 90x faster for 10x the cost, to get to an outcome faster, to get to a resolution, to get to revenue, really the industry is starting to understand that. Organizations are starting to understand that. And it's some of the coolest stuff that we've seen come out of all this.
That's awesome. The things, again, we just talked about the innovation side of things. We have really taken, and that's just the power of the human spirit, right? The human mind, the human spirit. We got after things the last couple of years, and we're really seeing that reflect in the products that we're launching for our consumers. So thank you again, Luke. And Luke, last question here. Can you share something from your career experience that might be helpful for those looking to grow their career in tech or entrepreneurship?
In entrepreneurship, there's two key factors to me. First is financial acumen and partnership. I was a techie. I really understood the tech side. I could also tell a good story, but I didn't have the financial acumen when I first started. I jokingly talk about I pretty much have a doctorate now in financial acumen. I can read P&L. I can, balance a sheet, everything that's needed there. Also, partnership. Starting off as an entrepreneur, I was a solo entrepreneur for a very long time. It was extremely hard. And I had very good jobs. I was very good at certain things. And the other things, the company really, really sort of stressed and crumbled. And now I've gotten to a great spot with some good partnerships, the ability to sort of manage it, the business from a wide perspective, and have those partners fill in the gaps where I'm weak is really what's been able to accelerate us.
Thank you for sharing. You've really summed up kind of your entrepreneurial journey here on this soundbite tonight, and we really appreciate that. Again, it will certainly resonate with somebody here in our audience. And Luke, it was a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Same. Thanks so much.
Bye for now.